Hello everyone, my name is Larry, aka Simidad. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Derail Valley. We are picking up part 2 of the job that we were doing the last time out. We are in Goods Factory. And we just dropped off a load and we're now heading from Goods Factory up to Iron Ore Mine East. Up the top there, the weather is pretty rubbish, the job was pretty rubbish. Well, not rubbish, that's wrong. The job was pretty hard going because we probably overestimated how heavy it was. But that's on us. That is no sweat. Now we're going to get everything started up. We are actually running with 3 locos. If you remember, we spotted the third DE2 at the end of the last one. And on account of the fact that it is raining, we thought, well, do you know what? We're going to pick that up for a bit of extra boost. We have taken the liberty to set all the switches out of this yard. Let's check that's on reverse, and then we check that's on reverse. So yeah, we're doing a bit of a mad one. Probably handbrake on, actually. Right, so we want to... There's a slight incline out of here, so we want to try and build as much speed as we can. This is going to be a lot of jumping back and forth. I hope you guys is all well. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. We are backing out of here. What we want to do is run down this middle. Let's try and keep an eye as best we can. Oh look, and another DE2 has spawned. We picked that one up, and in the quit out and save between recordings, it did spawn another one. We have the DH4 there as well. I did take the liberty of looking around to see if there are any museum locos around here, and there was none. So the problem we've got is this is 30 corner, so we're gonna have to watch out for our speed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We should be alright if I just take a bit of power off a minute. This is probably a stupid idea, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. Hopefully this isn't where it comes unstuck for us now. So ideally, be doing this with a remote and standing on the back watching ourselves up. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to reverse back to the junction, just back along. Because then we need to, I think we need to come back across this bridge then. Right, we'll just watch the speed. As we are falling. Just want to watch out with this rain a little bit as well, because it's going to cause us some slight problems with things like wheel slip. Plan is very much once we get to, there's the back of our train over there. Once we get to where we need to go, we should get a pretty hefty payday out of this. And then we'll be able to buy the multiple unit license, which will let us just run these 3, but only control 1, which would be significantly easier. Right, watch that back. Let's just jump on the map real quick. Come into some decent light. So we are... still a fair way to go. I'll show you where we are. So that's us there, that little blue dot. We've got to run all the way around this back corner. Sort of all the way around here. Back down here. Stop. Switch. Drive forward. And then it's a straight shoot more or less to the Iron Ore Mine East. That's a mouthful. But what what we can do is ahead of time. So we are coming out of here. We can't switch this one yet because we're doing that one. We want to go right through there. Let me think, actually. Look at the map again. We're going to come up here, so we want to go right through there. Left through there, then right. So, right, left, right. Is that right? Yeah, right. So, that's... what is it? Right, left. Right. So, right, left, right. If you are looking at these and you've got the dispatcher license, the way to tell if you need to change the switch is this little black dot is the entryway. The train, if the train's coming in this way, you need to change it. If it's coming in this way, it will change automatically with the trains. I think. So whilst we're doing this as well, because this is going to be just a slow slog. Step 2 is hauling it. Delivery is C4I. So whilst we are here, if I can remember what bind it's on, it's that one. So we are going to IME. We are so we're going to be coming in from this direction. So we want to be going right there, left there. So that should bring us in nicely. So right, left, into C, and then we go in C4. So we're going right, 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 into 4 here. So I think that should set us up pretty well. And then we just need to... We are obviously going very, very slow here. We'll try and gas up a little bit. We are going to get a bit of wheel slip in doing that. Put some sand down to help it. That should see us pick up a little bit. See, we are chugging along nicely. What we can do here, if we wanted to, is we can get our little lamp burning. We wanted to have a little bit of extra vision in the cab. That is not actually required at present. We'll pick that up into our inventory. Still got a fair ways to go. It's a 40 corner. I think we're going to be pretty alright from the speed perspective. Do obviously just want to keep an eye on the temps because we're not getting the active cooling through the vents. But we are chugging along nicely. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I do apologise, the last one was a lot longer than I'd anticipated it being. And I do realise that half of it was pretty much setting up the job. But like I said, we saw that job, it was 50-odd thousand, and yeah, it was a bit hard to say no to that really. Let's have a little look where we're at on the map. Right, so we're nearly there. What I'm going to do is I will cut here, we'll catch up in a little bit once we've got past this corner. And we are on the upward towards IME, Iron Ore Mine East. Alright guys, so we are just approaching the junction. We need to get back far enough that we can get past the switch, and then we're going to go off in that direction. Did run into a slight little snag, nothing major. Started slowing down because we were going up a hill, so we are going to start backing off the power. Put this all on the front. I'll go for a minute. See if we can get some switch is back there, so we probably want to... There's the switch. Frame brake on. Change the reverser. Change the reverser and change the reverser. Alright, so we should be able to get up. Speed. It does look like the rain has stopped. The tracks will still be wet. Don't currently know how long the tracks stay wet for. Luckily for us, we are heading onto a minus 0.7 gradient, which is going to help us pretty well. We're going to be running a 60 kilometer per hour speed. Being on a gradient, we could probably cut this one out. Watching our speed build up when we're cruising now. Obviously, we lost about 90 tons by dropping off those empty carriages. We did pick that back up again in the loco, the third loco, but obviously the third loco has the benefit of actually being able to push us if we need it. So although I've turned the throttle off for now, we are going to be looking at using that if we run into any inclines. So it should be, I think, a fairly straight shoot from here. It's really just going to be about keeping an eye on the speeds and such. Cruising, we are coming up to a gradient, plus 1.2. We should see some speed scrubbing off now. We'll go up one more of... That's where we were just, that's where we just delivered to, so that's good factory in town. It's good factory in town, good factory. It's a place. I think it was goods factory. Speed-wise, we're okay, ticking along at 30 kilometers per hour. All in all, other than a bit slow, so far, touch wood, it's not been too bad. We're going to be hitting a little gradient decrease here, so we should pick up a bit of natural speed. Obviously, we will keep an eye on that because we don't want to run the risk of any derailments. Because I don't really know what happens in the case of a derailment. So yeah, that's where we just delivered to down there. I think it was those cars there. There's the station house where we handed the job in. Possibly a little shop up there somewhere, I think, as well, maybe. 100% on that. Speed-wise, we're okay. Scrubbing off a little bit, so we're obviously going uphill. Yeah, we've got a plus 2.4 gradient coming. So I think we'll probably kick into power the final loco. I said we were going on a plus 2. gradient, but it looks like we're going to be going down. So we're going to from a 2.4 to a 1.6 gradient on a 70-kilometer speed limit. Obviously, all the weight at the moment is coming up that gradient. We should start picking up a little bit more speed. It should just be a straight through from here, really. Obviously, you guys let me know. Obviously, this is probably going to be a reasonably long episode as well. You let me know in the comments down below if you want me to keep all of the job in. If you want me to sort of cut there, because look at the map, there's a pretty big stretch now where we're here, this little blue triangle. This is a reasonable stretch now to the next junction. You know, if you want me to cut those bits out, just let me know down in the comments. Because there's generally, other than managing speed, there's not really a whole lot of stuff that happens there. Let me just check, that's fine. We're not going particularly fast anyway. Sticking yeah, it's, like I say, this is not ideal. The ideal scenario is that we have the MU license and we control all three through one, because that would be much more simple. But couldn't afford the MU license. The job was paying too well to ignore, and there wasn't really a whole lot of alternatives. Like, my intention for this episode and the part one of this episode was going to be that we were going to load a shunt job, and then we were going to deliver the shunt job, and then we were going to quote unquote unshunt the job, if you like. We were going to unload and store away the train, but there wasn't anything that we had the right licensing requirements for. There was stuff like hazmat, which we haven't got the hazmat licenses. There was stuff like fragile cargo, which we haven't got the fragile license. There was stuff that was long 2, which we haven't got the long 2. So yeah, there was just all the shunting jobs that I wanted were all licensed that we couldn't attain. I did reset the area, so what you can do, if you look at the map again quickly, look here, there's a grey border around harbour down there, HB. And if you go outside of that zone and come back, the jobs will generally reset themselves or respawn new jobs. But even doing that, there was nothing that respawned shunting wise that we could do. There was one that we could have done that did appear. It was very low paying, and it was we wanna let's watch our speed a little bit here. So just to remind ourselves, we want to be heading off to the right here. So we are gonna, we've set the switch, which is this switch here. But we do want to just make sure we're okay here, because we don't want to just go blasting past through and it's wrong. There's the weight of the train and everything. But yeah, so the job was an unloading shunt job, very low paying, and it was like, oh, well, I don't really want to do that, to be honest. So what we'll probably do instead is we've done the 2 jobs on this episode, on this 2-part episode, and we will probably just keep an eye on that one. Picking up a bit of speed now. we will probably, on the next episode, we will shunt this job away. So we'll unload it and we'll store the cars away. Get us a little bit of extra cash, and then we'll see what they've got going out of Iron Ore Mine East. Mouthful to say. And see where we end up. We'll probably buy some licenses. I'm thinking we'll probably, depending on what we're sitting on cash-wise, pretty sure there's no shop up there, so there's nothing really of any interest. Look to be going to a decrease in gradient here. That is going off to the right, which is the direction that we need to go. Yeah, so some of the licenses that I was thinking about is obviously the MU license. That's pretty much almost guaranteed at this point. And then there's a logistical haul license I'd like to get, which allows you to transport the carriages. Those are quite easy jobs. Probably want to look again the fragile license as well, because a lot of the jobs were fragile and they seem to pay pretty decent as well. So those are probably the primary 3 licenses that we'll be looking at or thinking about getting once we get to IME. Yeah, we'll see how we go. So we do look to be having a pretty big gradient increase here. So yeah, we're going up a 2% gradient here. So we'll probably want to just check we are pumping on maximum energy here. Got 70 limit, so we're okay speed-wise, but we just need to, basically we just need to not stop, because I think a hill start on this would be very difficult. The other license that I sort of had considered, so this junction we want to be going left. So again, if we look at our map, that is so that's where that's where we just went through. So that's where we are now, and then we're going to go right straight after. So we're left. Yeah, the other license I had considered, because we saw one, was the DH4 license. Now, I think when I looked into it, there was a reason we couldn't get it. I think there was a prerequisite license. So maybe that we look to do that instead, get the DH4, so that's a bit more powerful. But I would really like to get the MU license, really, because that will help us out. As far as I know, the DH4 is capable of MU as well, so it may well be our interest to just hang on with the DE2s for a little bit. You know, three DE2s is probably a bit overkill for most jobs, but we've got them here now. May as well carry on with them. Obviously, once they're connected with the MU cable, they'll be a lot easier. There won't be this jumping back, four between all 3. It'll just be you hook them all up, and then these controls control those ones as well. Stick our head out the window, we're looking good. Like I said, other than this being slow, and that's largely because the cargo is probably too heavy, really. These locos to do it comfortably. And obviously we've had a bit of rain, which has slowed things down, because once it rains, all the grip goes out of the rails. I dread to think what our fees are going to be on clearing these. Obviously we've got the copay, but I would dare say we probably racked up a fair load of fees in doing this job if we had to pay for them ourselves. So yeah, that's our signal box there. It's going to the left, which is where we're going. So off to the left. And then we'll be not far away from Iron Ore Mine East. And a pretty large payday will be pretty nice. As for time bonus, I don't know where we are with the time bonus. I forgot to set the clock. I bought the clock. What is it there? and I forgot to set it. So I believe that is probably Iron or Mine East station over there somewhere. So we're cooking along now. On the next junction, we want to be going right, and then we're going to be in. Again, just double check. Need to try and do better on remembering where I've put that. There it is. So I'm pretty sure if we scroll up, so we're going to be coming in from here. So we want to be going. Do we want to be going right there or left? I actually think we want to be going left because we're going to be coming down here, left into there, left into there. I think what we might have to do is slow down on approach just to double check. Yeah, that is the station because you can see the green light at the station house there. If I remember correctly from the wiki page when I was having a look a while back when I first got it, I think there is a spawn location in there for the locos. So we will. Yeah, I think we want to be going off to the left there. That's us. That's us. That is us. Yeah, we're going off to the left, and then. C4I. As we come in, go right, right, right. That's a DE6 loco. Just had a little brief scare then of thinking we were going to collide. So this is the hard part now, is being able to judge when we're clear of that sign. As long as we line the... I think as long as we line the third loco up past this sign, we should be okay. We start applying a couple of notches of brakes now. Let's just go and see where we're at. I think we're probably okay. Let's find the station house. Yeah. We want our job. Where is it? Completed. So we are in the time bonus. We had... Took us 88 minutes and we spent we had 131. And if we... So we had 55,408 for the base, plus 27,704 for the time bonus, so a payday of $83,000, which, even though it's hard, was a-okay. Can't fault that at all. Chuck that in there. We're only interested in that. And then that has as expected, given us the shunting drop-off for $26,455, which is 2 drops. So I think we will probably do that. But that is going to do us for this episode, guys. I have a look. Where's my wallet? There we are. We are at $98,398 exactly, which is not bad at all. I am very, very happy with that. What we will do, I believe, the museum locos, I think, from when I was looking before. I think they were, yeah, there it is. So this is the DE6 museum loco. We're a long ways off getting the DE6 license, but that's for you guys to remember when I'm looking for the DE6 museum loco. It's right here. Basically, how it works is you get your gun, you re-rail that, and you put it on a track, or the closest track, basically, and then you have to drag that down to the museum, and then once you've restored it, that's your personal locomotive to use, and not the property of DVRT, which is the train company. But anyway, enough faffing from me. I'm going to leave it here. That's been epic. Sorry it's been so long. 2 episodes. A hell of a job. We got just about $100,000 altogether between the 2 jobs. So not a bad day out altogether. And we've got a tidy amount of money in our wallet now to be able to press on and buy some licenses. But yeah, that's going to do us for this one, guys. If you have enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already. Leave me some thoughts, comment, feedback, tips, tricks, whatever you like down in the comments below. I'll respond to all the comments. If you're interested in supporting the channel financially, which is completely optional, there is a Patreon link in the description as well, if you want to check that out. But until the next time, guys, you stay well, take care, and we'll see you in the next one.